Hey guys, Mark here from RTINGS.com, and today we're reviewing the V-Moda Crossfade 2 wireless. Now the Crossfade 2 are sturdy and well-built wireless headphones with an above-average sound and a few improvements over the original Crossfade wireless, which we didn't get a chance to review. Now this model brings back the foldable design of the wired Crossfade M100, and they're a bit more comfortable than all the other V-Moda headphones thanks to the thicker padding on the ear cups. Unfortunately, they don't block a lot of noise, they're kind of expensive, and they tend to sound a little bit dark, which you'll get to hear for yourself later on in the video. But for now, let's check out what's in the box. So the Crossfade 2 wireless come in a pretty stylish packaging that you won't mind leaving on your shelf for everybody to see. Inside the box, we have the user manuals, the lifetime warranty details, and the compact carrying case with all the accessories and the headphones inside. And that's pretty much it for the box. Now, for the carrying case, inside we have the Crossfade 2 wireless. We have the 1/4 adapter, a braided 1/8 to 1/8 audio cable, and we also have the micro USB charging cable. In the case itself, we have these V-straps that keeps all the accessories and the wires in place, which is pretty convenient. Now let's talk about the design of the Crossfade 2. The V-Moda headphones have gotten so popular due in part to the excellent build quality. They have a sturdy and flexible metal frame that allows the headband to twist in all sorts of ways without getting bent out of shape. The ear cups are dense and a good combination of plastic and metallic build that feels hard to damage. Oh, and they also come with these 3D printed backplates that you can customize on the V-Moda website. Simply put, these are durable headphones that you won't feel too bad if you drop once or twice, but you probably shouldn't because they're kind of expensive. As for comfort, the Crossfade 2 have significantly thicker paddings on the ear cups than any of the previous V-Moda headphones. And while they're about as tight as the Crossfade M100, because of the thicker pads, they distribute the pressure a little bit better around your ears so you can wear them for longer. Granted, they're not as comfortable as any of the Bose over-ear headphones, but it's an improvement over their previous designs. As for the control scheme, the Crossfade 2 have a pretty straightforward and reliable 3-button setup. They provide all the essential functions. You have your multi-purpose button to play, pause, or take calls. It also skips tracks. You have your volume controls and the power button that also doubles as the Bluetooth sync. Now, the feedback for these buttons is pretty good, but the overall layout is not as ergonomic or user-friendly. It's on the top of the ear cup, it's a bit difficult to reach, and takes some time to get used to. On the upside, they're a bit more portable than the original Crossfade wireless. They fold, and they come with this tough, hard case that will protect them from pretty much anything. It's compact, it's stylish, and it's easy to carry around. It's a pretty good case. Now let's hop over to one of the test rooms and talk about their sound quality with Sam.
To kick off the sound quality section, we have recorded a 4-way comparison between the V-Moda Crossfade 2, the Crossfade M100, the Sony MDR1000X, and the Bose SoundLink Around Ear 2, which we're going to play now. But keep in mind that this is a relative comparison and not an absolute one. So if you grab one of these headphones and listen to the track that we've used here, you probably are not going to hear the same thing. But you can use this recording to see how each of these headphones sound relative to each other. For example, to see which one has the most or the least bass. The Crossfade 2 are decent sounding headphones with a bass-heavy and warm sound profile. Looking at the frequency response, you can see that they have a deep and powerful bass which extends down to 10 Hz, but it is consistently over our target by up to 5 dB. Now, overemphasis in the sub-bass and bass regions up to 90 Hz doesn't usually hurt the sound quality that much. It basically adds a bit of extra kick and rumble to the sound, which some people may like. But it is the hyped high bass from 100 Hz up to 250 Hz that hurts the sound quality by making the bass boomy and muddy. The mid-range on the V-Modas are nearly flawless, and so is their low treble, up to 4 kHz. But the 5 to 8 kHz region, which is partially responsible for detail and presence, is lacking by 10 dB. This and the hyped bass on these headphones make their sound noticeably bass-heavy and warm. At 10 kHz, we have a 10 dB mismatch between the left and right drivers of our test unit, which does sound sharp on certain tracks. But I have to say that this could be unique to our test unit and may or may not be present in the one that you buy. Comparing the frequency response of the Crossfade 2 with the other headphones that we listen to, you can see that the Crossfade 2 has a similar bass and treble to the Crossfade M100, but with an improved mid-range. The MDR1000X has a better balanced bass compared to the Crossfade 2, but still suffers from a bit of extra high bass. The treble on the Sonys doesn't have the recessed midsection that the V-Modas have, so it's going to sound a bit more neutral. But probably the most balanced and neutral sounding of the four is the Bose SoundLink Around Ear 2. It has just the right amount of bass and mid-range and a good treble. But if you are used to more bass-heavy and dark-sounding headphones, you may find the Bose to be on the bright side. In terms of frequency response consistency, all of these four headphones are prone to a bit of variation in performance depending on the shape and size of the head and positioning preferences. But the Sony MDR1000X stands out here for their very consistent performance in the bass range across our human subjects, which is most likely due to their active noise cancelling system. Now, we didn't include the Bose QC35 in this comparison, even though they perform as consistently as the Sonys. But as opposed to the Sonys, you can't turn off the noise cancelling of the QC35, so we don't consider them to be in the same category as the other headphones in this comparison. As it is with most closed-back headphones, these four have a similarly limited soundstage and won't be able to compete with open-back headphones in providing an open and spacious soundstage. For isolation and leakage, we have also recorded a four-way comparison for you to listen to and see how these headphones perform in real-life situations. First up is isolation. So as you probably noticed, the two V-Modas isolation is nearly identical, with the SoundLink performing slightly better than those two. But it is the Sony, which has active noise cancelling, which performs best in this category. Now let's listen to the leakage. In terms of leakage performance, I would say that we are close to having a four-way tie with these headphones, especially since leakage performance is sensitive to how tight or loose you wear your headphones. Now let's go back to Mark for active features.
So the Crossfade 2 have a pretty good wireless range. We measured up to 48 feet before any major connection drops, and that's when the Bluetooth source was obstructed. In direct line of sight, they went up to 200 feet, so they'll be a good option to use with a fixed Bluetooth source like your PC or your TV. Unfortunately though, they have a pretty laggy wireless connection, so they're not going to be the ideal headphones for watching movies or for gaming unless you use them wired, which kind of defeats the purpose. But they do have a rose gold variation that comes with the aptX codec, but it's a bit more expensive and it might not reduce enough of the latency to be worth the investment. As for the battery life, we were able to measure up to 11 hours of continuous playback on a single charge. It's decent, but it's not great. You might be able to squeeze out a bit more if you reduce the volume of your headphones, but despite multiple trials, we're never able to reach the full 14 hours that they claimed on their spec sheet. They also don't have many power-saving features. That and the lack of a companion app and an auto-off timer makes the somewhat short battery life slightly worse. It's not all bad news though. They only took 2 hours to fully charge, which makes the overall battery performance a bit better. Now comparing the Crossfade 2 to other popular headphones, if you want a cheaper alternative, then maybe consider the SoundLink Around Ear 2. They have one of the best sound quality for any Bluetooth headphone that we've measured so far. They also have this signature and comfortable Bose design that you can wear for hours. However, they are leakier than the V-Modas at higher volume, and the build quality looks and feels a lot cheaper and less durable than the Crossfade 2. Now, since the Crossfade 2 are about as expensive as the Sony MDR1000X, if your budget permits it, then get the 1000X instead. They have more features, they have the best noise cancellation that we've measured to date, and they have a durable design on par with the V-Modas. It's just that the sound quality is a bit inconsistent, and they're kind of bulky and don't have the same flair of the Crossfade 2. So in short, if you want a super sturdy and stylish pair of wireless headphones, then consider the Crossfade 2 wireless. They have a decent sound, a great build quality, they just feel a little expensive for the lack of features. They also don't block noise very well, and they tend to sound a little dark, but if you've ever tried one of the V-Moda headphones before and you like them, then you'll most likely like these ones. They just won't be the best headphones for all situations. And that's pretty much it. If you like what we do here, subscribe to our channel, go check out the website, and see you next time.